What's up, YouTube? FatKings Phil coming at you with my week 41 update from vertical sleeve gastrectomy back in July of 2013. All right, let's get straight to the numbers. Like I talked about last time, there we go. No loss, no gain, no anything this week. And that's not really actually accurate. Before I left, I had lost weight before I left for Texas. On Saturday, I weighed in and I was down to like 215. When I got back, I was around 220. So I worked out really hard down in Texas. I did a lot of heavy weightlifting down there with my buddy, and I'm really sore. So I know I'm flushed with water, so I'm just going to call it a wash this week. We're going to check back in on Tuesday to see where we're actually at. So I imagine I'm right about where I was, plus or minus half a pound, maybe a pound. All right, NSVs this week. 34-inch pants are now a reality. And all of my shorts, my jeans, everything 34s, with the exception of some 36-inch pants I got from Gooch down in Tampa. And my legs fit great in those, but they are a little bigger on the waist. But I am wearing 34-30 regular Levi jeans. No, actually, they're loose fit Levi jeans. They seem to fit better in the legs, but the waist fits perfect. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, lots of great responses last week for the last week's video. Appreciate that. A little scary going that extra 1%, being a little bit more open, if you will. You know, I always say you get about 90% of people. I try to get to 91% last week, if you will. But that's, you know, that's just me pushing myself to do the work I need to do. If you can identify it, that's a plus. Yeah, that's great. But again, these insights and solutions are things that are for me. So they may not apply to you, nor should you try and make them apply to you. They're just for me. So why all the emotional stuff right now? So throughout my life, emotionally, I would say that I have taken a lot of hurt and just kind of put it away and ignored it. So in a lot of ways, I would say if you imagine a trap door in a floor, I open up the trap door and I shove all that emotional crap down there, and I close the trap door, I put a chair on top of it, and I sit on it. And that's really the image I get in my mind when I think about it. I just squash it. It's you know, it's not that I don't process it out, but I just tend to not deal with it in the moment. I tend to put it away and just let it out little bits at a time and deal with little bits at a time. Something happened down in Tampa that just made me want to open the door up, rip the door off the hinges, and just let that stuff fly out. Hit the mic again, so we're good. Wouldn't be one of my videos if I wasn't wearing the same shirt twice in the same week and hitting the microphone. So, which I believe I'm wearing the same shirt as last time. So I did both. So when I started the weight loss journey, I focused mainly on the weight loss piece of it. I figured I've got a 1-year window of opportunity to leverage this tool as much as I can and get off as much weight as I can the first year. Hopefully get the goal by the end of the year, which still looks like I'm on track to do that. No problem. We're talking 7 pounds. I should be able to do it. 7-8 pounds between now and July, I think is easily doable. I mean, just got to do the work. So was it wrong for me to put all that stuff on the back burner and not all the other stuff and just focus on the weight loss? I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. And for a black and white kind of person, that's an interesting thing to say. But I think you deal with what you need to deal with that's best for you. So Sarah in Oregon, for instance, she dealt with it all at once. Me, I backburnered a lot of stuff and dealt with it. I dealt with mainly the weight loss first, and now here I am trying to pick up some of that stuff and deal with that. So that's kind of where I'm at. All right, let's get to the topic, which was, am I proud of what I've done so far in this journey? And I'm not crossing my arms because I'm defensive. I'm crossing them because I want to relax. For those of you who read body language. Let's see. Where do I want to start with that? Okay. I think some of the things I'm really proud of is basically, you know, the fact that I went the distance. I'm almost to goal, my weight goal, that is. Gotta be careful. We have to define these things carefully now. You know, I like the fact that I can do the work now and get the results. So I like the fact that I can go in the gym and push myself a little harder and you know, get the increases that I've been looking for, because before I was up against the wall. At my weight, I couldn't jump any higher. I couldn't run any faster. I couldn't go any longer in the gym. I couldn't do it. There was too much pain. I couldn't, basically keep up with other folks. I was just basically right where I was going to be, and I wasn't going to get better anytime soon. It was just too much weight to drag around and to get there. So that's kind of where it was, and it's kind of nice because this weekend, like I said, I went lifting with my friend John, who he's a very, very big lifter. He just does it purely for strength reasons, not for vanity in any way, shape, or form. It comes with a lot of great pluses. I mean, the dude's huge. He looks really buff, but he was just working with me on some form. Obviously, I'm not putting up as much weight as him, but so we worked on some form, and it felt really good to lift heavy. I hadn't lifted heavy in a while, and the fact that I could squat more weight on the bar than I've lost. I think I was squatting 135, somewhere around there, and I've only lost like 115. So not significantly more, but 20 pounds is 20 pounds. I'll take it. So basically, I'm still able to squat my old body weight plus some, 30, 40, 50. So that almost put me at my highest weight. So I can still do that, which made me feel really good. It felt good to be able to do sets of 10 and do several of them. I was also using some heavier weights to do my normal rows and things like that, and my shoulder presses. So that was impressive. And it really made me feel good. I really enjoyed it. Was really swollen up afterwards. I like the vanity part of it a little bit, in the sense that my arms were all swollen up, my chest was all swollen up, my shoulders were swollen up, and I just looked huge. It went away, of course, within a couple of days, but it just felt good to be able to do that and see it. Before, I would have not been able to see those muscles. So it was kind of nice to see the independent muscles in my arms and in my chest and my shoulders. That was kind of cool. So I am proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that I've gotten to a place I've never been before. And I'm also proud of the fact that the number is something I can kind of control now. I've got a tool to help me control that. I know what I have to do to drop weight. I know what I have to do to, be in control of that. I can't just go back to my old eating habits. And when I try, or when I accidentally go a little too far, my sleep reminds me. Now, the topic I'm going to probably be covering this Thursday on Fat Kings Friday is, the loss of restriction. So we'll be talking a little bit about that with our guest there. But, that scares me a little bit, because I put down a Quest bar the other day in record time, and it kind of scared me a little bit. Before, I've had to really take my time with Quest bars. That bad boy went right down quick, and I wasn't paying attention. Now, granted, it's measured out. It's only one Quest bar. I know how many calories it is. I know that's all I can eat for my snack. So it didn't hurt me from a perspective of calories or from a perspective of my weight loss, but definitely scared me how fast I ate it. Because if I had not been mindful and I'd had more food there, I could have probably taken down more than I needed. So there was that. But as far as, being able to control the number on the scale, control the number in a way that's healthy. I'm still fighting the war. I'm always going to fight the war. Yesterday was a good example of that. I ate probably 1,600 calories yesterday, just because I was ravenous and I was traveling and I was eating strange things on the go and didn't look at the calories before I put them in my mouth, and ended up a little too high. But it is what it is. Some days I win the battle, some days I don't, but I'm hoping to win the war. So that's the trick. I do love having a waist. I love having hip bones that I can, that hold my pants up instead of having to choke a belt around a big gut. I like the fact that my pants aren't constantly falling down. They don't fall any further than my hip bones. That's nice. I like having a rib cage that sticks out further than my stomach. When I'm laying down on the bench, and I'm doing my bench presses, I like looking over in the mirror and seeing that my stomach's concave compared to my rib cage. I like that. It makes me feel like I feel more normal. I feel more like I don't hate my body, and it's nice. Yeah. So I am proud of that. I'm not trying to show off or anything, but I like the fact that I can feel my ab muscles in there, and I can do things I haven't been able to do, like reverse crunches and things that my gut used to get in the way for. I can do those things now. Again, that's for me. You may hate working out, and maybe that doesn't do anything for you, but it does for me. And yeah, I'm proud of the fact that I make the right choices when I sit down to eat. I went to Salt Lick, which is a great barbecue place in Texas. For those of you who haven't been there, it's in the Austin area. And, I ordered a 1/4 pound of tri-tip and a 1/4 pound of ribs. And I ate the tri-tip first, and I took my time, and I said, well, do I have any more room for those ribs? If not, I'll take them home and eat them tomorrow. And I did. I had one of the ribs, the other rib I couldn't eat. So I put the rib in the box and I took it home. I had it for lunch the next day, and I felt fine. As a matter of fact, I probably could have left both the ribs to take home for the next day. But all in all, it was fine. It was a little bit full, felt a little bit past my comfort zone, but not so much that it was that I was going to throw up or anything. So I like having that control. I like, I just like that idea of, and that I'm proud of the fact that I know how to watch out for things now. I really do police those things in advance. I don't have to think about them. It's almost become second nature now, So I'm proud of that. I've achieved that. I give a shit about how I look in clothes. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of I know my wife thinks it's a vanity thing. It's not. It's just that I've not had these opportunities to wear clothes that accentuate my form as a man. And tapered waist and bigger shoulders and stronger arms. And I like to wear clothes that fit correctly now. I still have a hard time adjusting to stuff that's tighter. Like I'll feel like things that are tight across the chest, like a large shirt, which actually fits me better than an extra large shirt. Some days I can't wear them because I get self-conscious about how tight it is across the shoulders, even though it fits fine around the middle. I just feel like it's tight clothes and it's clinging and it's showing off things I don't want to show. I think that may take some mental adjustment for me to be like, no, it's showing off things you do want to show. I don't know if I'll get there, but that's the reality of it. And I do like that. I am proud of that. And I've been robbed of having that male, the vanity, I guess, in a sense, of the male form and the bigger shoulders and the tapered waist. I haven't had that. I have it now. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to look in the mirror and go, yeah, it looks right. So that's good. And it's not like I'm trying to show off for anybody, but I do enjoy it. Just I feel more comfortable with me. So it's kind of nice. I've talked about how I set the bar higher for myself. And I think I set my goal weight that way as well. Not my goal weight, but my idea of what the goal weight would be. Like I really thought, no, it's not going to be enough for me just to get thin. I want to get super lean and have super defined muscles. And I want to be super tight and like really go. It's not enough for me just to succeed. I've got to succeed even more. I've got to be like the poster child for VSG. And I don't think I left myself a lot of room there to deal with the reality of loose skin and the fact that I have a skeleton that was built underneath the weight of somebody who's been overweight their whole life. My rib cage is huge. My, bones in my body are more dense. They're huge. They're big. I mean, I'm going to have to just accept that my skeleton's not getting any smaller in certain spots. In my chest up in here, it's really wide right in here. And it's just my skeleton, and there's nothing I can do about it. In the mirror, it looks a little weird. To me, it looks like it's a little bit disproportionate. It's like more of a barrel-shaped chest than that V-style chest that you would see. Which, I guess I could build up my lats and my back and fake that out a little bit. But the rib cage is what the rib cage is. So, I'm not going to change that. So I'm trying to learn how to accept that and deal with that. And, you're not going to... I think you need to set realistic expectations for your body and what it's going to look like at the end of the rainbow. I have some loose skin. We'll talk about that. I'll do my skin flick when I get the goal. Is it horrible? No. Is it great? No. Am I thrilled with it? Absolutely not. But am I so disgusted with it or does it bother me so much that I would have it cut off? Well, not right now. I don't think so. Talk to me again in a year after I've held the weight for a year and we'll see where we're at. Maybe it'll matter more to me. Maybe as I drop body fat and maintain my weight, by putting muscle on, maybe I'll change my mind about that. I don't know at this point, but right now it's not a high priority. But that's kind of where I'm at. And then, the other thing is, it's going to sound terrible, but maybe, as a married man, it probably sounds terrible, but I kind of like it that women flirt with me now. I like it. It makes you feel good. It's dangerous. I don't think it's something I would, I would not try to put myself into a situation where I was doing it just to be flirted with. But if it happens, I enjoy it for what it is, and when I don't think it's appropriate, or if I think it's a little bit too much or something, I just back away from it. So happened on the plane yesterday. The woman next to me in the seat was trying to chat me up quite a bit. And I just started watching a movie. I didn't mean rude, but I just put my earbuds in and started doing my thing because I could just tell that this was not going to be going anywhere that probably I should be going. So that sounds arrogant. I don't mean for it to. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the fact that I'm more physically attracted to people now. People who I didn't know before, at least. People I knew before, I don't want to know. Don't bother. Because it's just gonna be too many mental hangups. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm good enough for you now, that kind of crap. We're not going there. So, and I've always been a guy who's been very personable and made up for his size with his personality. And so, in social situations, I have no problem. If I wanted to hit on somebody or pick up on somebody, I could do it. Closure rate is like sales. You hit on 100 people, maybe 3 people are really into it. I think that I don't do the aggressive. I don't do the aggressing anymore, but sometimes I think people think my being friendly is me flirting. So I've had some challenges with that, which we've talked about before. Um, I don't know what to say about that. It's just something I'm dealing with now and trying to adjust. I'm not going to stop being friendly just because other people take it as flirting. There was a little bit of time there though where I kind of backed off and got quiet and it just didn't feel right. And I think some other people have talked about that too. So yeah, but that sounded arrogant. I did not like that. So the other piece of this puzzle that I am struggling with, as am I proud of, is that a lot of the stuff that I used to see is very black and white, and I'm a very black and white dude, right and wrong, good and bad. Um, The last 4 months in particular has been an experience in me wading up to my knees in the gray. Um, some of my perceptions from maybe from before were colored by my setting the bar higher for myself and for maybe not having been exposed to certain things. So I had very strong opinions about them. And now that I have maybe experienced some of those things, I'm struggling with it a little bit, but that's it. All right, I'm not getting in the habit of making these videos long. I'm going to have to probably try and edit this one down a little bit. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Next time, we're going to talk about unexpected results of this journey. Hope this is helping you guys. If not, again, it's really for me, just a vent. So take it for what it is. And then until we see you again on Fat Kings Friday, remember, it's good to be the king.